be on your elbows or on your hands. Let's start. 6 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How are you feeling? You want to take a step back, drop down to your knees, or step more challenging. Lift one leg, take 1 breath. Switch. The other leg off the floor. 1 breath. One arm off the floor. 1 breath. The other hand off the floor. 1 breath. All fours. Take a breath in. Exhale. Downward dog. Stretch your arms and the legs. Drop down to the knees. 3 breaths in child's pose. Relax. And then side plank on your hands or on your elbows. First, 6 breaths. You can drop the bottom knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want to challenge yourself, take up 1 foot. Straighten. Go down. Now drop the bottom side. It may be, this is my right side, it could be your right side or left side. Drop it so we get a little stretch there. To hold the plank, we have to pull that side up, right? Okay, let's go to the other side. So what did I do? The leg is, and if you're really, really strong, you can stick that leg up. What I did was a little easier. I just bend my knee, have my foot up, instead of the whole leg up, yeah? But you don't have to do that part. Remember, you scale for yourself. Let's hold here. 6 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want to, you can lift up 1 leg. And then when you come down, allow the bottom side to stretch. Okay, all right. Now, facing upward. I'll tell you the normal facing upward, then I'll tell you how you digress it, make it easier on yourself, and another one is how you challenge yourself to make it even more difficult, yeah, for the body. Normal tabletop, it describes itself, right? You want from your knees to your shoulders, 1 straight line. So the important thing is not how far you throw your head back. I actually do not take my head back because if I stretch my throat, I cannot talk, right? Also, throw your head back does not strengthen you. You're just not holding your own head, right? But it's your choice. Important thing is not there. The tabletop does not including your head. It's from your shoulders to your knee, need to come up. Okay, so chest up, not a problem. Legs up, not a problem. The center, that's why it's a core. It's a core strengthening because the core connects your upper body to your lower body. You have to squeeze your glutes, use your back muscles to push that buttocks up. Nothing else can help you. Your arms and the legs cannot help you here. You have to use the back side of your core, the middle part of the muscles. Squeeze and push up. Yeah, that's why it's a core exercise. So, but if you're saying, I'm still sinking into my joints because my back and my glutes do not have enough strength to push up, so I'm totally hanging on my shoulders. Then don't do it, you just lean back. Open the chest. Have a little bit of weight on the arms. So that would be you. But if you're saying this is too easy, you can do what they call a dip, right? You have seen people maybe in the gym. We don't do that in yoga because I don't have a bench here. People do the bench dip. Their arms actually higher than their butts. Then they have to push their buttocks even higher. So what can you do here without the bench? You just go here, but you don't hold. You go down and squeeze your buttocks, your low back, come up and down and up. So this way, you have to keep initiating, overcome the inertia, because our butts, they're very lazy, they don't want to do things. You have to overcome it to push it up. So that will be the next step up. Yeah? Okay, so you do what you can do. I'm just going to come up. Maybe I do a couple of dips, or you can just hold there. If you barely could even get to the tabletop, you're not even flat yet. Your butt is still here. Your body is sinking into your shoulder joints. Then don't do that, the second part, right? You just keep trying to get all these places that are still dripping, droopy, more stronger. But if you feel strong, you can do a dip. Dip down and come up. Dip down and come up. You're using every part of your body, the back side, including your arms. It's the triceps behind your arms that's doing the work. But remember, you want to come up to the tabletop. So really get that buttocks up. Okay, so that's a tabletop. Tabletop compared to the next one, for most people is easier because it's shorter. The flat part is from your knee to shoulders. Now we're going to straighten the legs. Now you have to go from the feet all the way up to the shoulders. Here too, if you have shoulder issues, cannot hold the weight, you do not lift up, you just lean back. Yeah? On the other hand, if you're holding the plank, it's nothing to you. You want to challenge yourself. You lift one limb up, the other. Now your core really has to stabilize. Otherwise, you lift one side, you're going to drop on that side. Right? Because you only have one leg to support you, you need your core to stabilize the pelvis to keep both sides up. So that will be a challenge. You do what you can do. I go to a regular plank first. I do make a lot of effort now. So it's pretty close to my limit to be able to get those big butts up. I'm really squeezing my buttocks. Engage the muscles between the shoulder blades, your rhomboids, your legs. These are the muscles. So if I try to lift up, okay, hopefully I'm not dropping my buttocks. And the other side. Push my buttocks up and lift. Good. Okay, you can come out early. Otherwise, hold both feet on the floor or just one. Another breath. And down. Okay, now we're just going to fold forward, relax the back side. This is everything on your back side, including the back of your arms. muscles, upper back between your shoulders, middle back below your shoulders, low back, glutes, hamstrings, everything on your back side. That's upward facing plank. Yeah, so now let's relax the back side. Just leaning forward, gentle stretch of the back. Let's go to the hips now. We're going to do a little bit more dynamic core movement at the end. Yeah, pick up your right foot and we're going to circle. So the hips are focused, right? These 5 weeks, the formula is core. Every week we're doing core. And now and every week we have a targeted body parts. Last week we were stretching the legs. Remember, we stretched lying down, stretched sitting, stretched standing up. So today is the hips. So you're circling the hips. The other, make circles. Later, we're going to lie down and do this exercise. Let's first sit and do it. Sit where not, our hips are not very relaxed. You see there's an angle there, right? So if people sit for a long time, if you're working or whatever you do, if you sit for a long time, your hips tend to be fixed in this angle because that's how we sit. Yeah. So this exercise we're going to do again after we lie down. Now your hips are more relaxed. So here, let's first do it because this is easier for you to see. You bend your right knee, you fan that knee out. This is your hip external rotation. And then you take the knee in. Yeah? Let's do a couple, see how you feel. Rotating out, rotating in. Rotating out, rotating in. The other side. Rotating out, rotating in. Rotating out, rotating in. Okay. Now, I want you to be mindful of what you're doing. If I'm doing this way, if I just drop my leg, my knee is here. I try to push my knee down, like this, buttocks come up. And then my knee does not go down by just turning the hip. I lift my buttocks, I twist my back to get that knee down. There's nothing wrong with that because your back is capable of doing this, right? Your buttocks is capable of lifting. Nothing wrong, however, what is your intention? If your intention is focusing on the hip joint, then you don't want to do that, right? Hip joint is made of 2 bones. One is your pelvis, make a socket. Another is your thigh bone, plug into the socket. So if you truly just wanted to increase your hip mobility, all you want to do is moving that one leg without twisting your back. Then your back end up doing a lot of work, your hips still tight, right? Okay, so let's give another try. Turn out and turn in. Yeah, try not to torque. I torqued a little because even though I don't feel like that, but if I look, I can see this side is slightly higher. That means that my pelvis is no longer leveled, right? I did shift my pelvis a little. Well, nobody can be that precise, but just make sure you're not intentionally pressing that knee down by twisting your back. Yeah, the other side. 2 sides can be quite different. This is my right side. Turns out much more easy than the other side. Turn in is also, my right side is just more mobile than the left side. Yeah? Okay? So that's out, that's in. Then when we lie down, we do this exercise again. Yeah? Okay. So now, your right leg in the front. Cross over. We're going to circle our back and then lean forward, which will push your leg further down, further out. Yeah? Okay, don't force anything. So first we loosen up. Let's make some circles. And then go forward. Just the same thing as when we were doing the reverse plank, I keep mentioning everyone's shoulders may have one condition or another. Same thing with the hips. Some people's hips are so open, they're just all the way down to the floor, as if there's nothing. Nothing stops them. They're just whole body, and there's a name for that. It's called a pancake. That's how flat some people can be. They're just all the way down to the floor. But some of us can't, right? Some of you may find your knees not even on the floor. Then how do you go to pancake? You can't, right? So you only do what your body tells you is a safe limit. On the other hand, you do want to encourage the body to at least maintain your current range of motion. Otherwise, every day we're shrinking. Eventually, we cannot do anything. Yeah? So find that right place. Not too much, not too little. Take a breath. And then we come out. Switch. That was your right leg in the front. Switch to left leg in the front. And then first we circle. Loosen up. Both directions. And then we go forward again. The second time, are you a little closer to a pancake? I don't think I can ever reach a pancake. But on some days, I can comfortably get my head onto the floor. Like today. Because my body is very hot, right? When your body is hot, it's a lot easier. Okay, now you walk your hands about 45 degrees to the right. Now you probably feel your left hip more. Yeah, try to ground your left hip as you're reaching to the right corner with your hands. Change. Back to the center, another 45 degrees to the left. Try to press that right hip down, corner to corner. And then we come up. Okay, shake out. So this is a pretty passive hip opening. I think we're not going to lie down and do another passive one. Yeah, we don't have time. I want you to go more active hip opening. Passive is great to release. Say if you have done a big hike or big dance or any sports, and now you passively open your hips, right? But most of the time in real life, it's active. Yeah? So let's come up. Take your kneeling. Yeah? If you need padding under your knees, go ahead, get padding. Your right leg is directly in the front, pointing to about 12 o'clock. We're just going to rock forward and back. Forward, reach your limit here, reach your limit here. You're folding the front hip, stretching the back hip. One more time. Forward and the back. Now, this is your 12 o'clock. You go to 1 o'clock. We do this again. Your body is still facing forward, so your hip is out a little bit. Now feel that? The back one, you stretch a little bit on the inside of that hip. Good. So we do it 3, 4 times, and then go to 2 o'clock. You're still facing straight forward. That's how you can stretch the sides of your hips. Good. Okay, now this is the limit I can go. My hip does not turn out a lot, right? This is not quite a 3. Maybe it's a 240. That's my limit. I cannot go any further. If I go any further, I have to turn my body. Yeah? Okay, I'm pretty tight here too. Have you ever felt that sometimes when you go inside and outside of the car? You have to have your one leg open like that, especially I'm still carrying things heavy. So my upper body cannot completely accommodate. My hip has to go all the way out and then carry the weight of the body and the bag. You feel your hip a little vulnerable? Yeah. So we need to condition our body to be very capable in life. Okay, so if your hip can open more, go ahead and take your feet to 4 o'clock. I don't think you can go much further than that. Yeah, but some people definitely can go further than me. This is my limit, so I'm here. Yeah, okay, change. Your left leg at 12 o'clock. Basically, this is a front lunge, right? You go to a deep hip crease here, stretch the back side, and back. Forward, and back. Forward, it's all sweat, back, and then you go to 11 o'clock. Remember not to turn your body. If you turn your body, you turn your pelvis, it becomes front and back again. I want it to be go to the side. Okay? And then I just give you an example why we need this kind of a active hip opening. Dancing, of course. Dancing your legs are all over the places. You need that. How about the most recent athletic aspiration? Soccer. Have you seen soccer players' hips? Have you seen how Haaland conditioned himself? Every day he conditioned his hips. That's how he could jump up, open his leg like that, and nobody can expect him because he's not facing the goal. He could kick the goal in because his hip completely open. He does a lot of hip work. But of course, he's 26. My age is his age flipped. However, we wanted to go a little wider now, go a little to the side. This is my limit already, yeah? However, whatever mobility, whatever flexibility we have, we want to maintain. Yeah, if you, by now, you're still not a professional soccer player, you probably won't be, and we don't want to be, but we want to be able to function in life without hurting our joints. Yeah, so keep your joints mobile. And another important reason we want to keep moving our joints is all these movement joints, they are synovial joints, meaning inside the joints, between the bones, there are liquids. Liquids are only secreted and produced when we move. So literally, for the joints, yeah, motion is a lotion. You have to move the joints to lubricate the joints. If you don't move to all different directions, then they become dry. The next time you move, you're going to bone, it hurts more, then you move less. You move less, then you're capable of moving less. Eventually, you just cannot move. So we want to move safely, move correctly, but move often. Yeah? Okay. What other active hip movement? Let's go on to hands and knees. So all direction, one more time, then we're done with the hips today. Yeah? So here, you take your right leg to the right. And now, because we're supported by the hands, you can move a lot, right? So you come all the way forward, all the way back. One leg behind you, one leg on the side. So those two hips, they're in different directions. And then take that, this is to 3 o'clock, right? Your right leg, take it to the front. 12 o'clock, go to lunge, lift your back knee. From here, back, forward, back, forward. Now this is more active. Your hips have to support your upper body. You have to support your back while you're moving forward and the back. Forward and the back. Good. Okay. Now, your right knee on the floor, stick your left leg out directly to the left. And now we move forward and back. Forward and back. Good. All the way forward and all the way back. Now take that left leg to 12 o'clock. Lift your back knee. We're in a low lunge. Give yourself a breath. Allow your hips to drop. Yeah, if your hips really tight, your buttocks is very high right now. Yeah, so drop it. Now we're rocking forward and back. Forward and back. And back. And back. One more. Forward and back. Good. Okay, take that leg back. Go to child's pose, but it's a frog child's pose. Your feet together, knees as wide as you can take them. Make it very wide. And then you go down. Yeah, so your legs look like frog legs on the side. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Okay, and now we come out. The last part of today's practice is core movement. Get your resistance band out. A little Pilates exercise. You can either wrap the band on your feet. Okay, wrapping the band on the feet. We do it this way, right? You lay it on top of your toes. Then you wrap around the bottom of the feet, and they come right after you wrap, they come from the front, so they look like that. For today's exercise, you can wrap whichever way. You can wrap. This is the way I wrap. They're very, very secure. They're not going to go away from your feet. Yeah, we do 2 exercises with the band. With the band, you have your core have to work just a little harder. Yeah, okay, so we're here. First one is both for your back flexibility and your core strength. Inhale, we curve the spine back. Exhale, cat stretch. Now inhale, twist the body to the right, strong arm, pull the band. You can opt to not use the band. It's up to you, yeah? Exhale, center. Inhale, to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, now we lean back. Lean back to the point that you feel your abdominals are working hard. And then exhale, we sit up. Inhale, curve your back to a cow back. Exhale, cat stretch. Here, we're not leaning back a lot. We just find the articulations of the spine. Now, inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, lean back, challenging your abdominals. Exhale, sit up. Inhale, curve your spine back. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, lean back more. Exhale, sit up. Yeah? So, next 3. Some of you may choose to go all the way back and all the way sit up. I just remind you of 2 things. 1, all the way back, all the way sit up. You still want your abdominals to work. Instead of completely rely on your arms, pull the band to get yourself up. That will end up be an arm exercise. right? It wouldn't be your core. You want, if the arm is assist you, give you a little help, that's okay, but you really, really have to work the rib cage, your abdominals. Now to work the rib cage and the abdominals, you're going to choke nod your chin and curve, hollow your tummy. Now look at my spine, it's going to be rounded. So that's the second one I want to remind you. If you have disc issues in your spine, if you have osteoporosis, your bones are brittle, or you have osteopenia, which is not as severe as osteoporosis, if you have these conditions, you may not want to do a full version of going all the way down to the floor and sit up, because if you're rounding this much, it may not be safe for your spine and your bones. Yeah, so you decide how far you go. Yeah, those are, you say, okay, the last three I did, now I wanted to make it more challenging. Yes, you have the choice, but like everything else, you need to respect your body. Okay, inhale, we curve the spine back. Exhale, a little cat stretch. Cat stretch, we're not going too far. Yeah, and now inhale, rotation to one side. Exhale, center. Rotation to the other side. Exhale, center. Inhale, you go as far back as you want to go. Exhale, and nod your chin and sit up. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, rotate to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, sit up. Last one. Inhale, curve your spine back. Exhale, rounding your spine forward. Inhale, twist to the one side. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist to the other side. Exhale, center. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, sit up. Okay, straighten your legs. I'm going to count to 1 to 10. You use 1 to 10 to lay your spine down gradually. Yeah? Not just all the way down like a brick. Okay? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, hold your 6, 5, hold your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, big crunch, big crunch. When you inhale, you stretch your arms and the legs, all 4 of them, far, far away from each other. Exhale, you crunch. Make yourself so tight. Knees to forehead, hands touching your heels. Right? So that's a big contraction. Your hands just touch the heels. You're not using your hands to bring the legs in. You're using your core muscles to make yourself compact. So do not use your hands to bring the legs in. Yeah? So let's do 2 more. Inhale, stretch, far, far away. Exhale, knees to forehead, hands touching your heels. Inhale, stretch, far, far away. Exhale, contract. Contract the middle, make everything tight. We're going to do 3 more. The next 3, you have the option of either leave your head on the floor when we stretch, or your head is up the whole time. Now, why is lifting the head up challenging your core? Not necessarily challenging your core. If you're only relying on your neck, you're bending your neck to get your head up, right? We want to use curling the ribs in, curl the ribs in to help lift up the neck and the head. That way, you're using your core muscles to get the entire upper body back up, right? However, if you have neck issues, leave your head on the floor. That is an option. Yeah? Let's do 3 more. Inhale, we're stretching the forelimbs far, far away. Exhale, contract Bring everything to the center. Inhale, stretch far, far away. Exhale, contract, bring everything in. Last time, inhale, stretch the band. Get your band completely stretched. Exhale, everything is tight. Now remove the band. Hug your knees. Give your back a massage, relax now. Yeah, we're going into relaxation now. Shake out your arms and the legs. Okay, and now lay your arms and legs down. Release your core now. No longer holding your core. No contraction. Let your belly breathe.